Hello, welcome back to Deadly Premonition Origins. This is episode 2, I believe. I just want to sit here and enjoy the title screen. The music is so good in this game. I don't get the special option anymore because I deleted the other save, but it is what it is. Let's start chapter 2. At least I think they're called chapters. Yes.
Previously during the investigation.
These puppies are making me go to another town in the boondocks again.
I didn't think you'd keep me waiting in the rain for so long.
Welcome to Greenland. I'm the sheriff, George Woodman. Call me George.
There's definitely something in this town. Do you feel it, Zach? My coffee warned me about it.
Episode 1, first day of the investigation. Each episode gets a little bit longer, so just a heads up. The first one was maybe a half hour. I imagine the next one's going to be an hour, 45 minutes maybe. You got a sugar donut on National not Sugar Day, National Donut Day. At least I think that's today. Alright. Okay, I do get stamina. First, I didn't think the stamina would drain in here since it's a dreamlike state.
York! York!
Oh no!
Don't breathe. Hold your breath. They can't see you if you hold your breath. Hurry. Like this. Cover your mouth.
Alright, I'm gonna see if I can hold my breath just as long as York. Alright? Alright, I suck. That's as long as I lasted. Not that long, but I'm sure if I was in a situation like this, I'd definitely hold it a little bit longer. But I have weak lungs, alright? My lungs are built like a toddler. Even though he's a toddler and he held his breath, so I don't know.
Who are you?
I can now properly downscale an 8.
Yeah, you just saw that or heard that I was watching a video. Oopsies. That's a huge ass bed.
Zach, the symbolism in my dreams continues to intensify. A forest of red trees, a carpet with red leaves, a strange doll, and twin angels. But that child is what bothers me the most. I swear I've seen him before. I just can't remember where. Well, it'll probably come back to me eventually. For now, we need coffee.
I think I said this in the first episode, but I'm going to avoid spoilers.
Let's head to the cafeteria, Zach. I hope they have some real coffee. I really need some coffee. Then we can head to the sheriff's office. There's a proper procedure for everything, right, Zach?
There is a rhyme or reason for everything. You also get some different suits. Crimson suit. Because after a while, your suit actually gets dirty. And then also you grow facial hair. So you... So yeah, I wasn't running. Resident Evil 4, you have to double tap the open button. But yeah, you can shave. I don't think you can shower, but... Here we go. Let's go meet Polly. Get some coffee in us. Even though I'm drinking tea right now. I'm definitely more of a tea drinker, but... This gives you a nice little handy-dandy map. Let's see. What a lovely picture, unassuming. Definitely has nothing to do with spoilers. Alright, Polly, give me my coffee.
Good morning, Mr. Morgan. Your breakfast is ready for you.
Thank you, Mrs.
Polly Oxford. Just Polly is fine.
Well then. Thank you, Polly. I'm starving.
Is everything all right, Mr. Morgan?
Yes, it's delicious, Polly. My compliments to the chef.
Gotta keep Polly on her
Will
toes.
bring back repeat guests. Honestly, though, it's been a while since anyone has stayed here.
I couldn't help but notice. Aside from you and me, there seems to be no other guests or workers around.
What's that? The salt's in that white shaker there.
Thank you. I was wondering if there were any other guests or workers here.
Oh, no one else. My husband and I used to run this place, but he's in heaven now.
You've been working here alone since then. Must be hard by yourself.
Oh my, we're all out of pepper. I'm very sorry.
It must be difficult to run a hotel by yourself.
Well, yes, I suppose. I could just live on my pension. But I have to admit, running a hotel is kind of like a hobby of mine.
That's nice. Polly, it might help to hear you better if you could sit a little closer.
Oh my, Mr. Morgan, you're embarrassing me. So early in the day, too. I think I'm a little too old for you.
And I still love my departed husband. May God rest his soul. I appreciate the invitation, but I'm fine over here.
Polly, I can hardly hear you from all the way over there.
You're exaggerating. This is fine. It won't do to be all clumped together with such a large table and cafeteria. We have to make use of all this space. Now tell me, that wound on your face,
What happened?
Let's just say I had some trouble during the last case I was working on. I'm sure it'll heal. It's just a flesh wound.
Oh my. Well, there's no need to be the tough guy here. I want you to be able to relax here. I've prepared a special room for you. A famous rock star once stayed in the same room, you know.
Really? I feel honored.
If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'll help you out in any way I can.
Zach, the lady is offering to help. Do you want to ask her about the town? Say, Polly,
Good idea.
what can you tell me about this town?
Well, let me see. You might know this already, but the town is called Greenvale. It rains here quite often, but it's a nice place, surrounded with nature. It was a big and prospering lumber town until not so long ago. We used to have a population of over 6,000 people. Less than a tenth of them left now. This hotel was built back then. We saw plenty of guests in those days.
That's why this place is so big for such a small community.
I have so many fond memories from back then. I suppose the clock on the community center is quite famous too.
Clock?
Oh yes, it's lovely. It rings in the morning and at night to let the whole town know the time. You'll hear it many times during your stay. It's a beautiful sound. And you'll love it too, I think.
I look forward to hearing it then.
Anything else you'd like to know about?
Yes, actually, Polly. Could you tell me about the shops around here?
Shops? Well, there aren't many. It is a small town, after all. You can do most of your shopping at the Milk Barn convenience store.
This kind of gives you an idea
The couple who run
of
it are a unique pair.
what
I'm sure
you
you'll
need
get to
to
like
do,
them.
where
The
you can
A&G
go.
Diner is a great place to eat. They might be open even if my kitchen is closed. If you want to go to a bar, there are two. The Galaxy of Terror and the Sweary 65. I don't care much for either of them. Bars are for the younger folk. We also have a gas stand, of course, the art gallery, and even a gunsmith. You should be able to find what you need.
Thank you, Polly.
Small town. Of course, there's a gunsmith.
Well, Mr. Morgan, I'd better start cleaning up. You just take it easy. I'll bring your coffee out in a moment.
Thank you, Polly. I have to warn you, though, I am very particular about my coffee. The very best you have, please.
I understand. I'll be right back with it.
I'm going to see if I can turn down the music volume. I don't know if that was point of the scene where they just couldn't hear each other and the music kept getting louder, but that was a little distracting. The music is just so catchy I couldn't focus on the quirkiness of Polly and York. Look with interest. You see that, Zach?
Did you see that, Zach? Clear as a crisp spring morning. F.K. in the coffee. I knew I could count on it. Never fails. Now then, let's get going.
This title of this episode is going to be FK in the Coffee. Oh, now you guys can get a look at the pause screen. Also, there's some, I wouldn't call it RPG, but more like survival aspects of it, where you have a sleep meter. You need to make sure you maintain your sleep and hunger, which is very interesting. Alright. SV volume, CV character volume? Well, let me see. What is CV volume? I'm not finding you. Alright. I'm finding some like super science stuff. But BGM. Maybe I can do that. Background music. Let's do 70, and this can be 62. 60. Yes. Yes. Save, yes. Sip some tea. Nice. So that little noise, I paused right before it came up, but that little noise is just to indicate, hey, I've eaten, so now I'm fully hungry. Plus, I rested earlier. Here we go. First day of investigation. I'm not going to end it on this note, obviously. I'm gonna wait until another major story beat. Because that would make for a pretty boring episode. Me just sitting with Polly. I'm not gonna save. Sugar donut will satisfy a small amount of your hunger. Recovers a small amount of health. Y'all about to see probably the roughest part of this game. I suck at the driving. But
Police car.
We'll see. We'll see if I want to go first person, third with the car. Our office is open between 9 and 5 p.m. Don't be late, Sheriff George Woodman.
So we have King George to thank for preparing a car for me. A pleasant surprise, eh, Zach? Let's take it for a spin. I have to tell you, Zach, this place simply amazes me. The keys were left on the front hood, and nobody stole the car. Values. This town has what the country needs. Values. Let's head over to the sheriff's department.
Alright, quick glimpse of the controls. Alright, brake, reverse, boost, side brake, accelerate, change view, talk. You'll see what talk is. And see, this game's so quirky. You have headlight button. You have turn signals left or right, windshield wipers on. You know what? I'm gonna be fun about it. I'm gonna abide by traffic laws. Mainly the turn signal part. Because a lot of people in real life don't do that. Alright, let's change the view. Ooh, rough. I think I actually prefer first person. Ugh, it's so disorienting. Alright.
So, Zach, about those bonus features in DVDs nowadays. You know, the ones from the 80s have almost no bonus material. Even if they do, it's a trailer and the visual quality is pretty bad. Well, that visual quality is a good reminder of those days. So many new audio and
See,
visual
bottom left,
appliances
I hit my
coming out
turn
back then.
signal.
Do you remember the first video deck we bought? We bought it to record the Star Wars movies on TV. And remember when that video store opened, we spent hours there, just trying to find a good movie to rent. There weren't that many to choose from back then. I remember renting some really bad ones after reading those back cover taglines. Hey, remember? Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, filmed in 1978. Produced, directed, written, and edited by John DeBello. It was really awful, but for some reason I still remember it pretty well. It had so many sequels, and the original was re-released in '95. The 87-minute-long theatrical release bumped up to a whopping 90 minutes. But that was around the time I joined the Bureau. I never have a chance to see it. I know, Zach. Once this case is over, we can watch it together. I bet we can buy a copy on the internet pretty easily.
That is a movie that I have not seen, but very interested in it. One thing that you guys need to know about me and my channel is I enjoy horror movies quite a bit. I enjoy horror games quite a bit. This is what I would consider a horror-like game. But it's also a very Twin Peaks simulator, so if you've seen the show Twin Peaks, you'd understand. Alright, Sheriff's Office, here we go. So the objectives, like markers, as you saw, it was a giant green circle. That's where you just drive your car. But if I got out of the car, it would have been a smaller
That's a
circle.
fine building for such a small town. The exterior woodwork is spectacular. Don't you agree, Zach?
Thomas. It's not a spoiler, you're about to find out his name right now, but...
Pleasure to meet you, Agent Morgan. We've been expecting you. I'm Thomas McLean, the sheriff's assistant.
Gotta find a squirrel key.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please just call me York. It's what everyone else calls me.
Very well then, Agent York.
I believe I owe you a thank you for retrieving my belongings from my car. Thanks.
Oh, no, just doing my job. I want to help do everything I can to help the investigation. I just can't believe Anna was murdered. She was such a bright and lovely girl.
Did you know her well?
Well, no, not really. But it's a very small town. I'm sorry. It's just that this is the first really big case I've ever seen.
I understand. Just try to relax. Can I have a look at Anna's file now?
Yes, of course. The sheriff told me to let you through to the meeting room, but I've lost the key to the cabinet where the files are. Why don't you take a look around while I go look for it?
Okay. Let me know when things are ready.
Zach, Thomas appears to be the kind and sensitive type, totally at odds with the monarch. Almost a good setting for a cartoon.
The music is a banger. Alright, so now they're pretty much... I don't know if they meant it as like a tutorial, but... They're like, hey, here's some investigating. Start trying to find the keys. Pointy tails, flying squirrel. All the keys are related to squirrels. That's what I mentioned earlier, a squirrel key. Sorry. I remember seeing Giant Bomb's Endurance running this, and they're like, happy, sad, happy, sad. But that was the original, so... This is the Origins edition, as you know. So, little things here or there are different. Sleep in the cell? Nope. Could have sworn there was a key down here. There it is. Curvy-tailed flying squirrel. Oh, look at that! What is behind there? A door? Wonder if I'll come back later for that. Mad. Happy. Mad. Happy. See, he like scowls. But if I remember right, there's a firing range over here. Let's get some agent honor for doing that. Another squirrel. have sworn I got agent honor for doing that, but I've been wrong. I've been wrong in the past. Alright. Bust through that door, York. Let's just open fire in the police station. Too close. See, if you're too close, you clip right through. Nothing. Alright. Alright. Material room. I'm a material girl. Nope, not in here yet because I want to find Arnold, which is going to be in here.
Zach, there's a name written on this dumbbell. Arnold.
See?
I haven't met anyone by that name yet. Could it be the owner of this dumbbell? What do you think, Zach?
I think the other Dunbell, which is a fun name to say, a Dunbell. Dumbbell? Am I illiterate? Am I saying that right? A dumbbell. Whatever. The other one is called Sylvester. So, if you get that reference, good for you. If you do not, I can explain it. Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone. Famous 80 movies actor. Actors. Hey, George! George is a very...
George, do you work out every day?
There you
Of
go.
course, Agent Morgan. Exercise keeps me healthy. I haven't missed a day since I started in high school.
Now that's impressive. Remind me to get more exercise, Zach.
But I can't do my full routine today without Arnold. I haven't seen Arnold around since yesterday.
Arnold.
He's a training buddy of mine. His partner Sylvester misses him too. If you see Arnold around, let me know, will ya? Can't finish my workout menu without him.
Okay. I'll keep an eye out for him.
Number 4. Arnold. View list. Will show me a breakdown of all the side quests I got. So, this says George has lost his beloved Arnold somewhere in the sheriff's office. He can't train without him. Find what he's looking for and get it back to him. Help him get his groove back. Threw him off his groove. Alright. Agent Morgan, do you want something? Dumbbell. Not every scene has voice
George,
acting.
I found Arnold.
But
Really?
so I'll do my best impression of each one.
He was a bit hard-headed, but I got him to come back.
You'll hear me sipping and drinking my tea
Oh.
and setting down my teacup.
Arnold. Well done, Agent Morgan. Now I can work out using my normal workout menu.
Good to hear that.
Here's a little something to show you my appreciation.
What's he gonna give me, y'all? Ooh, trading card. Arnold and Sylvester.
So that makes us even. I don't owe you anything, and you don't owe me anything. No changes to how we work together. Just bear that in mind.
Zach, he needs some friends who aren't so dumb.
Nice. So that's a prime example of easing you into side quests. So you can tell it was a relatively easy one, but still nice nonetheless. Ooh. Why did you walk away like that? George, you weird fool.
Zach, look at this. Oh, now this is something special.
Ooh, I don't remember this.
It's the epitome of the old frontier sheriff's office. It's
Maybe
perfect.
I do.
A stuffed deer's head on the wall. A flag, a hunting rifle. A hunting rifle. Amazing. You'd never see a hunting rifle on the wall of a police department in the city. That's just amazing. Wonder if the sheriff would ever let me shoot it.
I know you get a shotgun later on, but I don't think you get a hunting rifle unless that's alluding to it. Maybe it's just something I never actually came across. I don't know. Alright, let's go find these keys for Thomas. Oh, hi, Emily.
Hi.
Could you perhaps show me around the office before the meeting starts? I'm sorry, Agent York. I've got my hands full. Could you ask Thomas? I don't think that's a good idea. Why? What's going on? He lost a key to the cabinet with the files and asked me to look around the office until he finds it. Well, I hope that doesn't take too long. Info gathering bonus. Alright, Emily, move. Thank you. Alright, conference room. Let's keep looting this side. Oh, conference room. If you've seen Twin Peaks, this conference room is damn near identical. Alright. I'm sure I have the key. Which one it is, I'm not sure. But material girl. Agent York, did you find the keys? Alright. Let's see if I remember. Gonna be this one.
You found the key.
That's the right one?
Sweet. I did remember. Maybe not?
Yes, a southern flying squirrel.
I did
Thank you
guess.
so much.
Correct.
I'll bring the files right in, so please go to the meeting room.
Okay, I'll be waiting for you. Well, Zach, we just got here and we've cracked a big case already.
The victim's name was Anna Graham. Age 18.
Kind of on the
she just
nose
recently
with
graduated from high school
anagram.
this year.
Anagram.
Her dream was to move out to the city and become a model. But for the time being, she was working in the A&G diner here in town. She lived with her mother, Sally. Anna's father died in an accident in a lumber mill when she was a child. Her mother is unemployed and lives on the insurance money from her husband's accident. After all, it's a small town with a low cost of living. Financially, they seem to get by fine, and they led normal lives.
A normal life is exactly what a curious teenager doesn't want.
It's all starting to make sense, Zach.
City folk, huh? No, I take that back. All of them can't be as bad.
Very another
Some
memeable
should have
moment.
better manners.
Huh.
Very similar to
This is a good biscuit.
a scene in Twin Peaks.
I've never tasted a biscuit this delicious. Where in town can I get these?
Well, actually, I baked them myself.
That's amazing. What are you doing in law enforcement? I'm very particular about biscuits, I'll have you know. The balance of milk and butter you've achieved here. Oh, my.
Agent Morgan, the autopsy's ready. You are welcome to accompany me to the Greenvale General Hospital. Emily, you come too. Thomas, stay here and tidy up these files.
Yes, sir.
We're going to use the car outside. Let's get going. You might think this is just a small-town police investigation, but our inspections are thorough and solid. I'm hoping you won't slow us down.
Sheriff's office. Time cleared. Total number of days. 1 enemy defeated. 220, 513, 23. Do you want to save? No, I'll make this one a little longer. Or not. I don't know. Hey, I could cut it up too if I wanted, but
The Greenvale General Hospital is down the road by the lake. It's too far to walk. Come on, get in the car.
If I'm riding in a car, George, I prefer to be the driver. Can you provide a car for me?
What are you talking about? You don't even know how to get there.
Which is another good reason for me to drive, George. I need to learn my way around town.
Oh, man. Very well. Then I'll ride with you. I want to keep an eye on you.
Fair enough.
small town
Just
sheriff.
one thing, Agent
not
Morgan.
liking
Your involvement in this case
big
is
ol'
limited.
FBI.
That means you don't have to learn your way around town.
George, we'd better get moving. The hospital closes at 2100.
Can you imagine that? A hospital closing? Episode 1. Autopsy report.
Agent Morgan, get us there quickly, but drive within the speed limit. Just because you have a badge doesn't mean you can drive like a maniac.
George, what are you, his mother?
We just need to get the autopsy results.
Agent York isn't accustomed to the town yet. Give him a little slack. Well then, Agent York, let's get going.
Sure, sounds good.
With the rain, you know what that means? Windshield wipers and headlights. Also, while you're in here, you can see them. They're very stiff models, but alright. See if I can maneuver out of here. Ah, no. I thought it paused for a second. Like, ooh.
Agent Morgan, I can't help noticing that you prefer to work alone.
Most of the time, yes.
Don't you get lonely?
I forgot turn signal. Darn.
I must say, I've never felt lonely.
Are you married?
Unfortunately, relationships and I are fleeting strangers. I don't get on very well with women. You might be surprised to hear.
That's because you're young. You notice things like that at my age. You have to treat women carefully, like a thin crystal wine glass. If you don't, they can cut scars on your face, just like yours, right?
George, is this an interrogation? I see you're a seasoned professional. But let's not talk about my scar. It was caused by a problematic woman.
Well, she got you good. Terribly good.
It'll fade away, and nobody will notice it in a week.
A week?
Sorry, I'm trying to map it out. Alright, what if I go this way? Yep. Alright, so cut through, get the bone piece. Take the right straight. As you can see, there's also vehicle durability, which is pretty wild. I won't be needing to repair. Yes, I will, because I drive like a... I can't describe how funky the driving mechanics are in here. I'm not going to get the bone, because I think I actually need a dog that I find later on to collect the bone. I could be wrong. But if not, I will just grab it on the way back. I'm slipping in the slaughter. A hospital that closes. Maybe just the morgue doctor, the autopsy dude.
But we're in the middle of a homicide investigation. Keep your mind on the matter at hand.
He's right, Agent York. You still don't know your way around. Concentrate on drop.
Zach, we're here.
See, before I can even speak,
continue our
I
chat.
start being like, that's not.
It's a pretty big hospital. Guess they wanted to be ready for town-wide food poisoning.
No. It's another leftover from the town's prosperous lumber days. Hard to imagine now, though, isn't it?
My mother always talked about how energetic this town used to be. Almost like a gold rush, she used to say.
Impressive.
But the hotter the fever, the faster it cools. So now there's hardly anyone left to lead this place.
Pains me to watch my hometown lose so many citizens. Beyond your understanding, I'm sure.
Yes, I'm sorry to say that it is.
Indeed. That's why this case is our problem. There really isn't any need for you to get too involved.
Hello, Sheriff.
Hi there, Fiona. We're here to see Usha. Do you know where he is?
I think Dr. Johnson is in the computer room.
There's a character in Catch Me If You Can.
Hospital?
With Leonardo
Nice to meet you,
DiCaprio and
Mr.
Tom
FBI
Hanks.
agent.
I
The
believe
computer
Amy
room is where our
Adams
employees
plays.
share a computer.
Resembles
Very nice to meet you,
her to a T.
I'm
down
FBI
to the
Special
braces.
Agent Francis York Morgan. How did you know I was FBI?
Easy. None of the police in this town wear cologne.
Besides, that scar on your face is the biggest rumor in town.
Rumors get exaggerated as they spread, even in the countryside.
What's that you're reading, if I may ask?
You haven't heard of this yet? It's a recent bestseller mystery. It's set in the U.S., a small traditional North American town close to the Canadian border. A peaceful, traditional place. However, that peaceful town is shattered by a terrible crime. The murder of a local girl.
And that incident causes grief and sadness to everyone in town. But everyone feels the seditious, heinous evil still lurking alive. Yes, much like the situation right now here in Greenvale.
Fiona, don't say that.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. With Anna dead and all.
That's what we were all thinking.
Books
So
are
you
written
could-
to entertain. It's good you're enjoying it. What we're faced with here is a terrible crime committed in a real world. Much different from that of a novel. So there's no need to apologize.
Thank you, Agent York.
Oh, let's just pull that out in the hospital. Why don't we? Oh my god. Oops. They aren't suspects. Let's go. They aren't? I love your 2D sign there, bud. Alright, let's go find... Let's go find him. No matter how many times I play this, I don't go in here that often. I always get lost, even though there's a marker right there and I just went the wrong way. But you'll see what in a minute. Especially when it switches to the dreamlike state. Very confusing layout, but... Ooh.
We couldn't find him.
Fiona needs to check her information.
No, I don't think so. Does the doctor like playing games by any chance?
What do you mean?
Bitch.
There's a message on the computer.
There's chess
and a card
posters
key already
everywhere.
set in place. The king passes the rook and meets the bishop. The knight takes a pawn along for the queen.
What does that all mean?
It's a simple puzzle.
Zach, let's take him up on his challenge. You can do this, right?
King passes rook and meets bishop. Knight takes pawn to queen. So king passes rook. Oh, that's a rook. No, rook. Bishop. Knight takes pawn to queen. Checkmate. Not a difficult puzzle. I thought they would actually have me interacting.
The doctor awaits below with the deceased.
Another code? But there's nowhere to insert a password.
More games. I'm going to get Fiona to call
It's
Usha up
very
right now.
self-explanatory.
No need, George. The message appeared with the card key. It's telling us where to use it.
This is not the time to be joking around, Agent Morgan.
Dr. Usha is below with the deceased. With Anna. Below being underground, I take it. Simple. Simple.
Then it's time to meet the mischievous architect of this little game.
Nah.
I wonder if the clocks on the wall are accurate to in-game. But when I'm inside a building, I don't think time passes. Ah, I was on the right side of the hospital. I'm trying to get that in. Right, not where I need to go. Can't leave now. Okay, that's an exit. Ooh, I don't think I've ever been in here. Creepy. No relation to the case, I'd figure. This is what I meant by confusing. Because it makes it seem like this is the right. Right way to go. It's called Dead House. Alright. There we go. To the morgue. Nice, 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 nice. Alright, Usha. Hello, motherfucker. Oh. That would have been hilarious if I busted in there. Alright. Is there another door? Yes, 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 yes. Yes, 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 yes. Alright. We need this. Probably one of the coldest scenes because York goes, this is now officially a case of the FBI.
Usha, sorry to keep you waiting.
Ah, you made it. Let's get started, shall we?
This is Agent Morgan from the FBI.
Nice to meet you. I'm Usher Johnson, the doctor in this hospital.
FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please call me York. Everyone calls me that.
Very well, Agent York.
Are you a forensic practitioner?
Let's just say I've dealt with corpses before.
That battle of wits, by the way. Did you create that yourself?
I just wanted to see if our FBI agent could handle the task.
I see. Well, it was pretty fun.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it.
We don't have much time. We need those autopsy results.
Next time, try challenging us without obstructing an investigation. You've angered the monarch.
From the onset of rigor mortis, the stiffening of the muscles, the time of death is estimated to be between 20 and 2200 hours. That's still quite early for such a crime to take place. Note that there are 2 exterior wounds, pressure marks around the neck, and a long cut running from chest to abdomen. Blood marks on her right hand tell us she was gripping something round in her right hand. Her skull is also fractured, but that is unrelated to the cause of death. It probably happened to her after she was killed. Now, I first thought death by suffocation, due to the marks on her neck. But after further investigation, I now have a different conclusion. The direct cause of death was loss of blood from the wound.
Which means...
She was cut up while she was still alive.
Yes, a sharp knife was used. It was inserted beneath the sternum and then quickly sliced downwards. The excessive loss of blood from her internal organs is what actually killed her. Her nails are clean, and with no skin cells from the attacker. She also doesn't appear to have been bound nor badly beaten. She was apparently killed without resistance. The most tragic thing, however, was that she was unable to speak her story to anyone who could hear her cries.
The perpetrator cut out Anna's tongue.
Well, I believe she was drugged first to phase her consciousness, and then the killer killed her. Now, the killer most likely has a deep, traumatized past concerning women. He probably cannot converse with them normally. Cutting out the tongue suggests a very lonely individual. Either that or a truly hardcore sadist. He must get off on watching women suffer, especially when they can't answer back. Now, he watched as the blood pumped from her body, as she gradually grew cold. A case in Seattle in 1985 was much like...
Usher, please, limit your report to your findings as a doctor. Criminal profiling is my job. You're wrong, also. Anna died fully, deeply, painfully aware of what was happening to her.
But,
Tell me, what time did it stop raining on the night Anna was killed?
Just before I went to bed, right after the movie on TV ended, so around 1 a.m.
What movie was it?
An American Werewolf in London.
Directed by John Landis, 1981. So the rain stopped, accompanied by the ending song, Blue Moon. George, would you mind if I examined Anna myself?
What more do you hope to find?
I'm sure I mentioned that I have a personal interest in cases like these.
His age isn't immediately apparent, though he can't be that old. Looks like a trustworthy doctor. Alright, let's examine. Let's get George. Still no hints of a smile. There's no reason we should focus our efforts on George. Alright, Emily. Where is she? There she is. We shouldn't stare at her for too long. Look at those dogs. Ugh. Judging from the impressions, she was holding something in her hand, but it was removed around 6 hours after death. The object was a circular with a relief shape like a peace mark. Observe traces evaporated liquid around her eyes. She must have cried before she was murdered. Tongue has been removed. Look at the edges of the stump. Beautiful blonde hair, stunning even in death. She's neatly wearing fake fingernails. Oh, Anna.
From her lack of resistance, I'd say that Anna's injuries happened very quickly. Unable to speak, she was then left to cry herself to death.
Zach, it's all starting to come together.
The perpetrator stayed with her for at least 2 hours until it stopped raining. At the estimated time of her death, it was still raining, but you can still see tear marks on her cheeks. That means she was killed under a roof somewhere. She was then carried into the woods after it stopped raining.
There's one other thing. Her tongue was removed with a very blunt knife. In fact, it's more likely it was simply chopped off.
Asha, are you a passionate man?
Well, not particularly, but I am man enough should the moment call for it.
George, how about you?
I'm very passionate. Yes. Especially when it comes to women. But I don't see what that has to do with anything.
George, the perpetrator is just like you. He's passionate about women. He's a passionate kisser. This was a kiss of death.
The perpetrator bit off Anna's tongue.
We'll never get a dental print from a wound like this. But this is still a big lead.
That is dark as shit. Kiss of death, bit off her tongue. She choked on the blood.
Jackpot, Zach. A shame, but our old-time all-American sightseeing tour just came to an end.
This case is now under the jurisdiction of the FBI. I'm assuming command. I'll need you to assist me in the investigation.
What in the hell do you mean, Agent Morgan? I know I said I was passionate, but you can't think I did this.
That's not why I'm assuming command, George. You're a suspect just as much as every other passionate man on Earth. Let me show you something. There you go. Amazing, huh? I'm sure you have a lot of questions, but most of the details are top secret. George, Emily, we should be going. No need to stay here any longer.
Okay. I have to sign the release. Just give me a moment.
Very well. I'll go on ahead. I can't take it any longer down here. Bishop takes queen. His rook takes your queen. Then your knight takes rook. And checkmate.
Huh?
My first victory in the Grandmaster ranking.
He's a genius. Mission knife, big survival knife. The reach is short, the speed is fast. Oh. After the hospital, this little bit, I think we meet Mr. Stewart. Stewart.
Zach, they're here.
Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna end on this note. I'm just gonna save, and then I'll just pick up the recording right after, so there will be seamless transition for you guys, but just relatively seamless for me. Not much editing I need to do for this episode. It's not like I have to splice in Resident Evil footage again. Alright. If you guys liked it, please like, comment, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys on episode 3 of Deadly Premonition. Thank you.